Auburn Blitz is now on the air, your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Wednesday afternoon. Welcome into this, the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside Jeremy Jeffcoat. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. The Auburn Ambush last night, we'll talk about that a good bit. Coach Freeze and Coach Pearl and John Cohen there making remarks. So we'll talk about some of the things that they said in detail. A little Brave segment as we kind of close out the week here, as we often do on Wednesdays. Again, a programming note, we will not be with you tomorrow, obviously, for the 4th of July, and we will take off Friday as well. So, we were talking about before, right here at this station, celebrating a birthday yesterday as well.
Well, technically, the Kalijah Country birthday is tomorrow.
Okay.
Kalijah Country started 20 years ago on the 4th.
Really?
First song was Sweet Home Alabama. Anyway, so, yeah, but we had the...
Not a country song.
Had the birthday party last night at Lake Martin Pizza out on 63, and it was packed out. It was huge overflow. People were bringing lawn chairs, and, and all this kind of stuff. Marty Rabin from Shenandoah was there.
And it was still packed, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Marty Rabin from Shenandoah headlined the thing.
Really?
And he put on a great show. He played for about an hour and a half. And,
so did everybody eat pizza and then go over and eat ice cream as well?
I think a lot of kids had ice cream, I'll tell you that. There was a lot of pizza, a lot of ice cream, a lot of cold beer, so.
I will attest that Rita's custard cream,
yeah,
whatever it is, it's good.
Right.
And Lake Martin Pizza Company is very good too.
Absolutely. So. Yeah, they do a great job.
Yeah, that was a big.
And they handle. I will tell you this: it is not easy to handle a crowd that size anywhere. And they were getting the pizza out, and they were getting the drinks out, and they were hustling. They did a great job.
So this was at 63.
Yeah.
Lake Martin Pizza Company, new location, but got a big, nice patio out there.
Oh, yeah.
Not
stage.
Sponsors on the Auburn Blitz, but could be.
It could be, yep.
But you know who some of our sponsors are? That would be Russell Dewitt Center, 9 locations around Central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be. Go and check out Russell Dewitt Center today. Also, Central Alabama Community College, great place to get a great education right here in Central Alabama. 4 campuses, Alexander City, Prattville, Talladega, and Childersburg. And then finally, J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. No job is too big, no job is too small. Commercial or residential, give them a call today, 334-531-0199. Seems like the Braves, every time we talk about them, sometimes a couple of weeks ago it was, boy, they had lost, how many ever it was, 10 out of 20 or something. And then the last time we talked, they had won, I think, 5 of 6 or something like that. Now they're like 5 and 6 in their last 11. Got a 3-game series with the Giants, actually 2 more games of that series left. But
on the positive note, took 2 out of 3 against Pittsburgh. Did what you had to do. Love to get a sweep if you can.
Yeah.
But you got to take the 2. San Francisco need to get these next 2.
Yeah.
Just keep winning series.
Got the Phillies coming in.
And then you got the Phillies coming in. Need to take that series.
That's going to be big.
So if they can win 4 of their next 6, and head to the All-Star break, go to the D-backs, maybe get a win or 2, and get the Padres, and see if you can go into the All-Star break within about 7.
Right.
And then you'd be in good shape.
I mean, think about that. I mean, after this Giants series, only 3 series left before the All-Star break.
Yep.
And so that's, you make the turn. And if you're going to make a move, you're 9 back right now, depending on what happens with the Phillies series, obviously, and these other ones down the stretch.
By the way,
could you close that gap a little bit? You definitely want to be in single digits.
Oh,
going
yeah,
into the
yeah. You don't want to be 11, 12 down.
No.
But let me say again, we have a wild card now.
It's true.
You don't have to win the division to get in. It's not
And
the old days.
it has not benefited the Braves to win the division the last couple of years.
Yeah. Well, there's an argument to be made for taking that time off. I think that, that it's counterproductive. But either way, I just want to be in the playoffs, man. If you're in the playoffs, you got a chance to win it.
That's right. Got to be in it to win it. That's for sure. All right.
How about Austin Riley, though?
Yeah.
I think guy was hitting, 225?
He has made it.
What, a month ago?
He had a nice
month
June.
and a half ago?
He had a nice June.
Guys
Can
at
he continue?
289?
Yeah. That's just in the month of June.
Yeah.
I should say.
289 in the month of June?
Yeah, that's pretty
so
good.
his overall is up to, 260 now?
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
And Olsen, for that matter, as well. He's, he has gotten it back a little bit. I mean, you expect him to you don't really care. I mean, you're fine with him hitting 265.
Absolutely.
As long as he hits 40 home runs.
It's like Fred McGriff, right? I mean, everybody remembers Fred McGriff. McGriff wasn't going to hit 300.
No.
But he was going to jack 30, 35 homers. He would have minimum 30 a year, right? How many years in a row did he hit at least 30? And, so, yeah.
All right, the Auburn ambush. This took place last night. Again, they're doing this 4 different places. Did one in Birmingham a week or 2 ago. The one in Lake Martin at the Lake Martin Auburn Club meeting. That was at Willow Point last night. They're going to do 2 in Texas. One in Houston, I believe, and then one in Dallas-Fort Worth. So those will actually be on the same day. But Cole Kubelik came down. It was much like, I don't know if you've been to an event like this, but Cole Kubelik's kind of the moderator, and you had Freeze, Pearl, and Cohen all up on stage together. And he basically just kind of, asked them questions and brought up different subjects. And they took some questions from the audience as well. But, I think Jason Caldwell was there earlier in the night. They did some press. And they answered some questions from him and talked about some different things as well. So they both in the, a portion of course talked a lot about NIL. That's what all coaches talk about these days. Hugh Freeze did mention that, Auburn has gotten into some bidding wars. That's what the world of college football is like now. But the one interesting thing that I took away, and I think everybody took away, was John Cohen talking about being at these, SEC meetings and all this, the discussions that have been had and everything. He indicated that, and they were all encouraging everybody to join on to Victory and to donate, and that's how that things are working right now. And they're asking a lot of the fans, and they know it, the donors and all this kind of stuff. But John Cohen said, look, if you can hang on one more year, he feels like, and I guess he's kind of speaking for the administration class, all the ADs across college football, college athletics in general. They feel like that in 1 year there is going to be some solid structure and there's going to be some sanity brought back to college athletics. 1 year from now.
Yeah, well, and he mentioned the revenue sharing stuff that's going on.
Yeah,
that they're trying to get sort of in place, but look, we said that from the beginning, Andy. When all this first happened, we said from the beginning, it's the Wild West, and sooner or later, everything develops a rhythm and a so it's going to take some smart people doing with some good ideas, and then you come up with a. It's like the NFL, it's like the NBA, like any other sports league where the players share in the revenue.
Yeah.
You just gotta find a way to make that happen in a way, and Cohen said it best, in a way that's equitable for everybody, right? It's not always going to be fair, right? It's not always going to be fair because some schools have more revenue than others. So if you get that revenue sharing opportunity, there's going to be certain schools that have access to athletes that smaller schools don't.
Right.
But that was already the case.
And it's always been the case.
It's always been the case. So you're going to have tiers of schools that are able to get certain players, and, to be how the coaches manage that.
I think everybody just wants a framework. I mean, he kind of, related it to like, we're sending out coaches and like it changes almost daily about, what they can and can't do and how much this costs and how much that costs. He said it's like moving the goalposts in the middle of a game, and that is essentially what we're talking about. So everybody just wants, okay, look, here's the standard, here's the framework, you operate within it. Of course they're going to be, like you said, I mean, this is the way college football and college athletics has always been. There are haves and there are have-nots, and there are always going to be haves.
And there are teams in the middle. It's look, you knew if you were, and it's still this way to a great degree, but you knew if you were an Auburn or an Alabama or an LSU, you weren't going to get the same basketball players Duke and Kentucky are getting. North Carolina.
Of course, we may now.
We may now, but then but that's look. You want to know why you keep hearing about Florida State and Clemson wanting out of the ACC? Because revenue sharing is going to matter a lot from a league like the SEC that's pumping out more revenue.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Or the Big Ten.
All right, we got to take our first break here, but don't go anywhere. Just getting started on this edition of the Auburn Blitz.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
When you need an automotive hero, you got to call S&S Discount Tire Pros. With locations in Alexander City and Dayville, we are here to serve you today. From quick services like oil changes and tire rotations to in-depth automotive repairs such as suspensions, brakes, and tune-ups, S&S can take care of all your tire needs. You just have to focus on what's important and love the drive. Call S&S Discount Tire Pros today. We are automotive heroes, and we are here to serve you.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
The good guys at Alex City Marine are ready for your boating needs all summer. And now you can get up to $4,500 in rebates on our huge selection of new Landau Tri-Tunes and sacrifice pricing on remaining 23 models. Alex City Marine also has a new fleet of rental boats for fabulous days on the water, whether it's service, new pontoon selections, or rental boats. See the pros the locals know. Alex City Marine on Cherokee Road in Alexander City or online at alexcitymarine.com.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
let's get serious. Let's get Arctic Air serious. You want your car and truck to live longer, don't you? Well, it's about maintenance. Same thing with Arctic Air. You see the number at the bottom of the screen? Call them right now. Let me tell you something. You want to be comfortable? We all want to be comfortable.
Are you ready to save big on a new GMC?
At Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, you can own one of the best-selling vehicles in the USA. The GMC Sierra pickup is discounted up to $14,500 off. The roomy and comfortable GMC Terrains are up to $8,250 off. And the GMC Acadias with 3 spacious rows and seating for 7, discounted up to $8,000 off. At Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika,
Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and JJ here with you. About 45 more minutes left in today's show. Again, thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Talking about the Auburn ambush, we talked about a little bit of things John Cohen had to say last night. But it's about Hugh Freeze. Hugh Freeze talked about, reiterated his recruiting philosophy again, talking about going to the high school ranks. He has said this kind of over and over, and he did say, again, his goal is to have a top 5 class this year after a top 10 class the year before. We were talking, with some guys after it was over. Look, I mean, I think after Brian Harsin, after that era, after that debacle, Hugh Freeze needed to come in and prove that he was a great recruiter. And I think that's what he did. Now, let's talk about it. He proved he's a really good recruiter. If he can get in a top 5 class, he's a great recruiter. Now, he proved that last year, and that's all really Auburn fans wanted. Because you can live with a 6-7 record if a guy's going out there and busting his tail and bringing in a lot better talent.
Sure.
This year, he needs to start proving that he's a pretty good coach.
Well,
that doesn't mean undefeated. That just means 8-4.
I think we know he can coach, and I know everybody's still kind of fretting over the New Mexico State thing, right?
Well,
but in a first-year coaching turnover,
I'm more fretting over not being able to close out wins when they were there to be had.
But again, this is that first-year thing. That's why, there's going to be fits and starts in any coaching change.
Yeah.
That's why you normally see pretty good sized jumps from year 1 to year 2, because by year 2, now the head coach and the players and the trainers and the coaches and everybody's kind of getting on the same page, right? And so even everything down to managing the game in the last quarter, right? To how you want the game called. Every coach has a different one. Some coaches are more aggressive with the lead. Some coaches would rather bottle it up. It's just sort of it's how you do that,
Yeah.
And everybody has to get on the same page there. I'm not worried about Hugh Freeze's ability to coach. He can coach. I'm more of a matter of, building the talent levels. Going to be a lot of young guys this year. There's going to be some mistakes made. There's going to be some things that happen, and you got to be prepared to deal with those. But I think pretty good, pretty good 8-4 kind of year coming up.
If he does that, then this year I'm not expecting miracles, but a winning record is, to me,
7-5 wouldn't be a disaster.
No.
9-3 would be a great year.
It would be a great
year. And 8-4 is kind of where I sort of have them slotted right now.
He did say that he is a big Peyton Thorne fan, and that he feels like that he is feels much better about the cast around him. He, in the most diplomatic way possible, said, when I got to Auburn, I could not believe the wide receiver room. This is what Auburn has as a big-time SEC school at wide receiver.
Yeah. And wide receivers are not – it's not like wide receivers are hard to find in the Southeast.
No.
But look, we talked about it during Harson's last year. I forget who the columnist was that talked about Auburn being closer to Vandy than they were to the top of the league.
Jim Donnan, wasn't it? Or?
Oh yeah, it was Jim Donnan, wasn't it? Yeah, but I
still think that was a bit much, but
I mean overstated, but it was still a team put together talent-wise for a losing record.
Yeah,
and I mean that's not Auburn football. So I think it was a team not completely devoid of talent, but certainly not with the talent to win 7, 8, 9 games in the Southeastern Conference.
Speaking about his recruiting, and he goes back and he talked about going to the high school ranks, building the program up like that, which I agree with 100%. But in this day and age that we live in the transfer portal and with guys being outbidded, and he flat out said, you think about all these guys, Cam Coleman, Perry Thompson, Jamonta Waller, Amaris Williams, Malik Blockton. He said all those guys are going to get offers from other places if they have a good year.
Yeah.
And now that's what you need to cut out. That if John Cohen and the Brain Trust need to figure out something, I don't know how you police it, but you got to start saying, look, if you start, like the NFL, if you tamper with something, then you got like $1 million fine or something.
$1 million fine. They take away draft picks.
It's got to be a hammer.
Yeah, they'll take away draft picks.
Yeah. Well, how do you do that in college?
Yeah. You cut scholarships. I
don't even know if that. I think it's money.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing. Or you get cut out of some of this revenue sharing or something.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm with it. But you've got to. It's okay. I don't particularly like the transfer rule, the no fault transfer stuff. I think you ought to have to sit a year.
Yeah.
Unless you're a graduate. I'm okay with rewarding somebody who graduated in 3 years.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. But I think on this no fault transfer thing, you've got to find a way to put a 1 year sit in there, because that by itself would alleviate a lot of it, because nobody wants to lose a year.
I would agree with that 100%. So he said, look, we'll see if his style of going back to, still recruiting and trying to build relationships, if that will, we're going to make you a fair offer, but maybe that will put Auburn over the top. You don't lose a lot of these guys that you can bring in, because that way you have to, you're bringing guys in constantly year after year after year and then losing them the next year. That happens at places, but we'll see if, his style will keep guys there. We'll see.
Yeah, it's and every coach is going to handle it differently. I think about Florida State last year, and when they didn't get in the playoff, it was pretty much everybody's out the door.
Yeah.
And man, you really don't have. I'm not debating whether or not the guy can coach, but you really haven't established much of a culture there. I understand the disappointment of not getting in the playoffs, but they couldn't wait to get out of there. You know, but give me in the NFL, give me a transfer offer somewhere, we're out. And you still relationships and that old word culture, they still matter, and you still got to create it, and it's got to be yours and your locker room's culture.
All right, Hugh Freeze did mention that as well. He said, I love the chemistry that I feel and the culture that's being developed in the players and the staff. And that word developed was a present tense.
Yeah.
Not has developed, but is developing.
Yes.
So that's bear that in mind. And being patient. He mentioned that as well, of course. There's always that famous Malmore, we all got to be patient.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill in Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-5655 4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters. Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing is the #1 auto and boat detailing company in Central Alabama. Don't trust your boat or vehicle to just anybody. Hire the professionals. Top-of-the-line ceramic coating, detailing, gel coat restoration, and paint correction gives you the options to take care of your vehicle the right way. Located at 702 McCarty Road in Dayville, Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have you riding in style. Call them today at 256-794-2328 for Superior Automotive and Boat Detailing.
J.A. Smith Construction is your trusted choice for construction site clearing and grading for new home construction, underground utilities and site work, concrete paving, storm drain installation, fish ponds, and slough dredging. No job is too big or too small. Call Alexander at J.A. Smith Construction at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. J.A. Smith Construction, your trusted choice for construction.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and JJ here with you. About 30 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Hope you all have a wonderful vacation and enjoy your holiday. Tomorrow, the birth of this wonderful country that we live in. I believe this is 248.
I know, we're coming up on 250. That's pretty fun, right?
Wow, that'd be pretty cool.
That's going to be a big one. And,
yeah.
Yeah.
I was alive in 1976 for the but I don't remember it.
Well, I was 5.
So 250. That I don't think I'm gonna make it to 300. So 250 might be the big blowout.
Yeah.
So hopefully everybody. Hey, look, contemplate your freedom that you enjoy each and every day. This is a wonderful country. It still is. We got our problems. There's no question about that.
Every other country would pay to have our problems.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Not sure who's at the wheel right now steering this ship, but still, it's a great country. So hopefully, be safe out there because people can get a little libation and do some dumb things tomorrow too. So enjoy yourself. All right, going back to just to close out some thoughts on Hugh Freeze and Bruce Pearl at the Auburn Ambush last night. Hugh Freeze said, I feel really comfortable at Auburn. I think we fit here. My family fits here. I'm excited about year 2. I have no clue what that means in the win-loss column. I really don't. The reasonable expectation is for you to see a competitive football team. We plan to deliver on that. I think that's reason. I don't think you can ask a whole lot more of that right now. There are a lot of young guys now. You got guys that come in as freshmen, and they can be really good.
High school football is far more advanced than it used to be.
And you got guys that come in, and he even gave some examples of that. He said, look, A.J. Brown came in and he caught like 70 balls as a freshman. He said D.K. Metcalf, he wasn't ready as a freshman.
Yep.
Still a great NFL receiver.
That's right.
But was not ready as a freshman in college. So there are going to be guys out of this class in 2024 that are ready to come in and are, day one going to be really good players. But there are some guys that are still going to be really good players, but they may not be ready as a freshman. So you can't count on all those guys to come in and contribute.
Yeah, it's true. And, does anybody remember Pat Dye's 4 stages of building a program? Does anybody? Do you remember?
I don't know if I do.
It's Pat Dye's 4 stages of building a program. He said first you lose big, then you lose small, then you win small, and then you win big.
There you go.
So, I think if you're Hugh Freeze, what he's saying is we're somewhere between that lose small, win small window, right? Let's be competitive in every game. Going to win some, probably going to drop some, but let's try to win more than we lose and go from there.
Definitely. They lost some big games in 1982 by some big margins. Or 1981. 1982, they came back and, I think they won 7 games. 1983, won the SEC title.
There you go.
And by some a national title in 1980.
Well, then once you got, to 86, run off 4 straight,
SEC titles.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, Bruce Pearl. Bruce was in, of course, Bruce form. I mean, he is the center of every room that he walks into. I can't imagine. I mean, everybody wants a piece of Bruce. I mean, everybody, and they wants him to be their best friend. So that's got to be fun, but it's got to be draining, I would think, for sure. He did say that he loves his team right now, and he said, he said that Auburn was probably middle of the pack in the SEC as far as what they could afford.
Right.
He said, I don't mind telling you, there were at least, he said, 7 or 8 teams that could go out and spend more than Auburn last year. He said, but he had enough money to go out and get the people that he needed and the people that he wanted. So he's got the roster that he wants. And quickly, Hugh Freeze said, I'm not there yet. So,
yeah.
That was pretty good. But he's 10 seniors on this Auburn basketball team. He said some of those guys took less money to stay at Auburn because they love Auburn. That would be like the John I. Brooms, I'm sure. So that speaks well of them. Now, not to say that they weren't compensated.
Oh, yeah.
But, maybe some had, made a bigger offer.
Well,
but they
I don't
chose to stay.
think, and I still.
Because they got a chance to win, too.
Maybe it's because I have kind of an optimistic view of human nature.
Yeah.
Naturally. But I still don't think it's going to come down to, we want that guy over there, so go offer him $10,000 more than what they're paying him. I don't think it's going to work that way.
Right.
I still think players, it's not. If you're a player that's looking to go to the next level, then it's not always advantageous for you to change coaches and systems and situations.
True.
And it's going to depend a lot on relationships are going to matter. It's going to depend on their positioning within the team. Look, this Auburn basketball team with the big guys down low. You have a situation where they're built a little bit like UConn builds their teams, right? Where you get a couple of big guys down low that you can sort of depend on down there, and you run more, maybe a little more half court than you do a running set, and and you go at it.
The kid from Georgia Tech, Miles, this is a possible, 15 points more a game. So he was leading scorer at Georgia Tech. Well, basketball's a lot different than football. I mean, a lot of times you look at smaller division in football and you say, well, I mean, yeah, he has numbers, but this is the SEC. In basketball, I mean, look, if a guy scores,
well, there is a difference, but let's remember this: Georgia Tech's in the ACC.
Oh, sure.
I mean, that's about as big time as basketball gets,
exactly.
Right there. So if you're scoring, 15, 16 a game at Georgia Tech, you can score in the SEC. You do see some transfers where it takes a little time. Mm-hmm. I think you saw that at Alabama last year with Grant Nelson. He got pushed around the league for the first half of the season. Sort of came into his own towards the end as he started to understand the physical nature of the league versus what he was used to. Jedi Broom, when he first got there, sort of the same thing. So you'll see some guys that from a smaller division will come in and struggle a little bit with the physicality of it.
Yeah.
But once they get used to that, if you can hit shots, you can hit shots, man.
10-foot goal, no matter where you go.
Yeah.
At least it's supposed to be. Very, very tough schedule. Auburn's got to go to Duke. They're going to the Maui Invitational. They'll play the best teams in the country. They're trying to, I think, work out the details of playing Purdue and Birmingham. So it's going to be a very fun, I think they may be playing Houston as well. So very fun schedule. There's going to be a lot of competition, and there's going to be a lot expected of this Auburn team. Can they live up to it? We'll see. All right, we got to take another break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
"76% of nurses say they went into the profession because they wanted to help patients. No matter the reason you decided to become a nurse, you have all the tools needed to advance your degree at Jacksonville State University. Our Master's in Nursing program is now offered fully online and can be completed in less than 2 years. You can customize a flexible course schedule so you can receive your advanced education degree all while working on the front line. JSU Nursing, your opportunity to advance your career and serve your community."
The only thing real in this video is the new Mr. Beast box at Zaxby's. This restaurant, it's a green screen. The ground I'm walking on, it's a treadmill. Me? I'm not Mr. Beast.
I'm Chandler. Go get the new Mr. Beast box at Zaxby's. It has Feastables.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
Bucks Island is your boating headquarters. Are you ready to hit the water and go boating this summer? Bucks Island has all kinds of boats, with one sure to fit exactly what you want. Fishing boats, sport boats, pontoon boats, and all with low monthly payments. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Bucks Island Service Department experts are also here for you to keep your boat in top running condition. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Don't be left standing on the bank this summer. Visit online at bucksisland.com and don't buy a boat till you get a Bucks quote.
The only thing real in this video is the new Mr. Beast box at Zaxby's. This restaurant, it's a green screen. The ground I'm walking on, it's a treadmill. Me? I'm not Mr. Beast.
I'm Chandler. Go get the new Mr. Beast box at Zaxby's. It has Feastables.
Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation is coming soon to the corner of 280 and 49 North in Dadeville. This new 10,000 square foot facility is conveniently located to serve the residents of the Lake Martin area and its many communities. A branch of Frederick Dean Funeral Home and Crematory in Opelika, Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation looks forward to serving your families and your communities, as we have since 1900 at Frederick Dean. 256-750-0381. Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and JJ here with you. Only a couple more segments left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Want to remind you certainly about Pepper Tree Steaks and Wines. They will be closed tomorrow, of course, on the 4th of July, but they will be open today and they will be open on the 5th. So if you're looking for maybe some last-second arrangements or last-minute arrangements for maybe them to cater or to pick up some food for tomorrow, you can get there today. They still got some specials going on, so please go and check them out. The food is absolutely tremendous, and you just can't beat the service as well. Pepper Tree Steaks and Wines, 2 locations, one in Montgomery and one in Auburn on East Glen. All right, JJ, Steve says, amen, Andy. Just the little things that drives AU fans crazy. Dropped passes, dropped punts, unfocused. 2024 is the year we need to see improvement.
Agreed.
I agree. Yeah.
And some of those drop passes are exactly what Freeze was talking about, just kind of a dearth of talent in the wide receiver room.
Yes, for sure. Ed Hines says, how do you feel about Freeze losing recruiting battles to Georgia and Alabama strictly over money? And is that his fault? Well, number one, I don't consider a battle lost until December.
Well,
and if we're talking about this year, if we're talking about last year,
I don't know. I mean, look, you're going to lose recruiting battles. You're going to win some. You're going to lose some.
Yeah.
You're not going to get every dang player you want. So I don't know.
But you got to, if you're going head to head with Georgia and Alabama, you've got to win your fair share.
You need to win.
If you're going to compete with them,
you need to win some here and there. Yeah.
Yeah. So, is that his fault? I mean, if you're getting outbid, then no, I don't think it is.
I think we got to be careful in this NIL age to always assume that, well, we didn't get that kid. Obviously, they offered him more.
Yeah.
We have to be careful about assuming that, right? Because that's not always the case. Sometimes it's a relationship with a position coach. Sometimes it's the different things that can happen. A family member that lives closer to there that wants, who knows what that could be. And I don't know. I always look at it like, see where the class finishes.
Yeah.
Individual recruiting battles, if you're following them 1-to-1, you're going to be disappointed a lot.
Well, it's like, look, if Juju Lewis ends up going to USC,
right?
Look, I mean, I'm not going to look at that and say, now somebody might come in and say, well, USC offered him this, Auburn offered him this. Maybe they're right, maybe they're not. I'm not sure how anybody knows that for sure. But if he goes out to LSU, USC, who could blame him to want to go play for Lincoln Riley?
Yeah.
It's almost a guaranteed Heisman.
Yeah.
And you're going on to the NFL.
You're going to have plenty of money. You're going to play for a guy that's produced Heisman winners, and you're going to live in Southern California.
Now, I hope he comes to Auburn, and I hope we, if we have to pay him a little bit more to get him there, I hope that's, I hope we're willing to do that, and we have the resources to do that. But that if Auburn were to land a guy like that, I think this class would add so many other guys just that want to come and be a part of the class with him.
It's the thing about building a college football team now in the way the game is played these days. The thing is, yes, you've got to build the roster. Yes, you've got to have offensive linemen. Yes, you've got to. But then that next step of going from good roster to competing at the highest level roster is an elite quarterback.
Sure.
And that's got to be, if it's not the last piece of the puzzle, somewhere in there. A
great quarterback can cure a lot of ails.
Yeah, is that person on the roster? Don't know. Or is that person, out there to be had? Juju? I don't know. But that's kind of that's the step. I still think he's got another year or so of building the complete roster before you're ready to. I don't think an elite quarterback plugged in this year even puts him at 10, 11, 12 wins. And maybe gets you to 9,
Just for the record, losing recruiting battles to Georgia and Alabama under any circumstances, I hate.
Yeah.
But then again, that's just me. Jim says, quote of the night by Bruce, I got fired from Tennessee for cooking a kid a hamburger, but now I can buy a kid a hamburger restaurant legally. So, there you go. So I think that pretty much sums it up.
Times have changed.
The times, they are a-changing. Bob Dylan said it best. But anyway, just quickly as we apparently Alex McPherson, Auburn's kicker, is going through a little bit of an illness, quote unquote. This was just, I saw this today. It's not an injury per se, but Free said it's a weird issue. He kind of clarified to say that it was a gastrointestinal problem. So I don't know. I mean, is that like
irritable bowel
Crohn's,
or something?
Crohn's disease or
Who knows?
something like that? I don't know, but apparently it's.
I mean, you can't as a coach, you can't say too much out there. It's privacy laws.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah,
but again, I mean, I feel bad for the kid, and he's obviously a great kicker. Now, Auburn brought in Towns Magoo as well from Auburn, who is another phenomenal kicker. But, McPherson's only missed one field goal in his career at Auburn. And that was the first one he ever tried, which I think was like a 52 or 53-yarder. But still, he's been like 19 of 20 ever since. So certainly hope he gets well. He did not participate in the spring. But Freeze did say he expects him to play this season. So hopefully they're getting it. And just for his own health's sake, certainly hope that he gets that worked out.
You go with the short and long situation this year? I mean,
I'd definitely let Magoo kick off.
I mean, Magoo hit a 58-yarder in the spring game.
Oh, he don't care. I mean, they say his cannon leg. I mean, he kick it in the stands from kicking off. So, all right, we got to take a break. We'll be back with one final segment of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
When drinking, take a sober ride home, not someone's life. Alabama has a code of the road, and knowing it helps you follow it. This is a message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
J.A. Smith Construction is your trusted choice for construction site clearing and grading for new home construction, underground utilities and site work, concrete paving, storm drain installation, fish ponds, and slough dredging. No job is too big or too small. Call Alexander at J.A. Smith Construction at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. J.A. Smith Construction, your trusted choice for construction.
Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
At Majestic Caverns, we believe in the power of unforgettable experiences. At a cool 60 degrees year-round, America's most historic caverns guarantees an enjoyable escape. But it doesn't stop there. With over 20 above-ground attractions, including 5 new ones this year, and our Cave Cafe, which offers delicious drinks and plenty of food options. And don't miss our exciting event, Libertas. On June 29th, July 6th, and July 13th, enjoy live entertainment and much more. At Majestic Caverns, your unforgettable adventure awaits.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Announcing Camping World's Inflation Buster camping program. You can now get into a new RV starting at just $98 a month. We won't let the economy steal your camping season. Take advantage of this very limited time offer and lock in your low monthly payment today.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
Catch a ride, not a buzz.
Hey, can you come get me?
Being buzzed still counts. Alabama has a code of the road, and knowing it helps you follow it. This is a message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and JJ closing things out here till 1 o'clock. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Braves got 2 more with the Giants. They lost last night, unfortunately, but got 2 more with the Giants, then 3 with the Phillies, and then a couple series with the Diamondbacks and Padres on the road. So, again, kind of an important little stretch here as we close out things to the All-Star break. They're 9 back of the Phillies right now, but they could really carve into that. And, again, like we said, there's just something psychological about it. You don't want to be double digits behind the Phillies going into going into the second half.
Yeah, the Phillies are going to be a heavy lift all year. So
yeah.
So if you're getting them at home coming up, try to get at least 2 of those. So
best team in baseball right now, do you think?
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they
I think the Braves going to make a move on a corner outfielder before the trade deadline. Don't know who that'll be. Anthopoulos is not one to go out there and he's not going to give away the farm for a rental. You know what I mean? Or at least not for a high priced rental. If he gets a rental, it'll be somebody that maybe is coming off injury, those sorts of things.
What do you think about Kelnick? I mean, he has kind of come on, and maybe can he be a all-star type outfielder?
He's been I like him at the leadoff spot. He's been a good addition there, and so that's worked out pretty well. I think he's fine and defensively. I think you got to put somebody out there besides Duvall. He's hitting 139.
Yeah, he's struggling.
Yeah, but it is what it is. I do think the Braves will make a move on a corner outfielder. You got Minner getting healthy now, coming back. The pitching staff, honestly, as long as the two old guys, as long as Sale and Charlie stay healthy, I like the pitching rotation.
Yeah.
And I'm not disappointed in the bullpen. So, I think
Chavez has found the fountain of youth,
as he did 10 years ago. But you need one more good bat in that order. Losing Ronald really hurt with that. And a couple of years ago, we know how that worked out. We went out and found a couple of guys, and next thing you know, we're winning the World Series.
That's true. All right, July the 3rd, on this day, 1920. Here's some trivia for you. Bill Tilden becomes the first American male to win Wimbledon.
I was just wondering today, who was the first American male to win Wimbledon?
Bill Tilden.
There you go.
Bill Tilden. 1966, on this day, Braves pitcher Tony Cloninger becomes the first National League player and only pitcher to hit a grand slam, to hit 2 grand slams in a Major League Baseball game. The only pitcher to ever hit 2 grand slams.
Is he still he's not the first, he's not the only National League player ever to do it, right?
But
okay.
He's the only pitcher.
Well, yeah, I would now,
2 grand slams.
Ohtani, could he threaten that?
Good. That's a good question.
And would it count if he were not pitching that day?
I would say no.
Yeah, I would agree.
But all right, happy birthday today, and we're going to do today and tomorrow.
Okay.
4th of July. But happy birthday today, Kurtwood Smith, the father on that '70s show.
Oh, okay.
Or
Gotcha.
as I like to think of him, in RoboCop, the bad guy in RoboCop.
Yeah.
What was his name? Clarence Bodiger.
Well, okay. It was Red in that '70s show.
That's right. Clarence Bodiger in RoboCop. Johnny Lee.
Looking for love.
Still looking
in
for
all
love.
the wrong places.
In all the wrong places. Aaron Tippett.
Ain't nothing wrong with a radio.
That's as close as I'll get to loving her. Tom Cruise, born on this day. Tom Cruise is 62 years old.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
It's pretty crazy.
That is crazy. Yeardley Smith, the voice of Lisa Simpson.
Okay, yeah.
Born on this day, 1964. Moises Alou.
Of the Fighting Aloos.
And famously was going to catch the ball that Bartman in the stands caught instead, or at least messed up. And people berated him until he left Chicago. Neil O'Donnell was
former Steelers quarterback.
Backup.
One of the most well-known average quarterbacks ever.
That's true. And Brian Cashman, GM of the Yankees. 1967.
Yeah.
All right, born on the 4th of July. Champion Jack Dupree. Very interesting guy. Champion boxer. Also played blues music.
Okay.
And was a World War II POW.
Oh, wow.
You talk about a guy that may have the greatest stories ever.
Yeah.
Now, he died in 1992, but still. Al Davis.
Just win, baby.
Just win, that's it. George Steinbrenner.
Man, Steinbrenner and Al Davis born on the same day. Who'd have
That
figured?
is odd, isn't it?
Yeah.
And what, 1 year apart?
Yeah.
1929, 1930. And died 1 year apart. Floyd Little, running back for Syracuse. Born on this day, 1942. Vinny Castilla, third baseman with the Rockies.
Yeah. That's where I were Rockies.
Yeah, 1967. Eva Marie Saint will turn 100 tomorrow.
Yeah, who is she?
She was in North by Northwest.
Okay.
Cary Grant.
Okay.
She was in Alfred Hitchcock, Beautiful Blonde. Eva Marie Saint, yeah. Neil Simon wrote the Odd Couple.
Yeah. Okay.
Geraldo Rivera.
Geraldo.
Whatever happened to Geraldo Rivera?
He's still around.
He's still looking for Al Capone's, whatever, his loot or whatever.
I remember watching that.
1943, Geraldo was born. Bill Withers.
I know.
Lean on me.
I know.
Born on this day, 1938. John Waite.
Was the lead singer of the Babies in the 70s before striking out on a solo career and having a #1 with Missing You.
Missing You.
And then performed Bad English with Ted Nugent,
That is
Jack
correct.
Blades, and Tommy Shaw.
John Waite, yeah, good call. And Bill McCorvey, born on this day, 1959. It escapes me why I even put his name on there.
Okay. Well, Bill, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Bill. He was a singer of some sort. Lead singer of, Pirates of the Mississippi. If I die before I wake, BJ.
Oh, yeah.
He's been a good dog.
All right, there we go.
Happy 4th of July, everybody. He's JJ. I'm Andy. So on for now. We'll talk again soon.